What is up, you guys? Welcome back to the channel. Hope you enjoy what you've been watching, and if you like what you see, please just like, comment, and subscribe. But as you can see, I'm posting this on a Monday, and it happens to be Veterans Day. Happy Veterans Day to any veterans watching. Thank you for the service you've done for our country. And I hope you had the day off from work or whatever it is you get. But thank you for serving our country. But anyways, it's a Monday, as you can see. And we're starting off on last Monday with our standard bench presses. 4x5, 165, slowly getting up to 2 plates. Not there yet just because I'm not trying to crush my windpipe with no spotter. But after that, we go into our incline chest presses, 4 sets of 10 at 55 pounds. These I felt pretty good about, I am not gonna lie. But the problem was, I feel that I'm still arching my back a little excessively. And of course there are remedies to that, but I feel this is something that I will fix over time as I get stronger and stronger. Now, obviously I've done 60 pounds before, but like I said, more sets but less weight. Up next we have our barbell rows, 4 sets of 5 at 205. I was at 215 a while ago, you can see that, but if you like what you're watching, please just hit to like, comment, and subscribe. I've noticed a few new subscribers, and welcome to the family. But I was doing 215 before, and I didn't really feel my form was the greatest. Right now I'm doing 205, my form feels pretty good. And I'm just doing it with the belt, so I feel like I'm not like bowing out my back as much, if that makes sense. Like, I don't know how you can do it with a belt, but I just feel like my form is better when I go lower in weight, which is pretty normal. After this, we go into our lat pull downs. I don't think there's much I can say here. It's a machine. I just do it on the machine. And up a little bit in weight. More sets, more weight for this one. Machines, I tend to do a little more weight and reps just because it's a machine. It's not as taxing as like free weights. After that, we go into our overhead presses. 3 sets of 8 at 80 pounds. I'm supposed to keep my feet together, but I forgot. Because I believe this was the last set, and I was just getting really tired. Like, I wanted to go home at this point. I'd been at the gym for like almost 2 hours at this point. I was like, no, I gotta get it done. After that, we go into our barbell curls, 3 sets of 10, 70 pounds. I can do 80, but my form gets really like deformed. I start looking really bad. So I was like, you know what? I'll go down in weight this week. While I can do 80, it's not the best that I start flailing like a fish. So 70 pounds it is for this week, plus my arms are still really sore as I'm recording this, so I think I did pretty good this week. And after that, we go into our skull crushers, 3 sets of 10 at 70 pounds, and yes, I am actually proud of myself for achieving 70 pounds. My wrist still slightly hurts when I bend it in weird ways. I probably didn't let my wrist recover enough, but it's getting to the point where the pain is minimal, but manageable. So up in weight for skull crushers, and I feel pretty good about myself. I actually did a pretty decent amount of weight, and my triceps are growing, I assume. Anyways, now it's the first leg day of the week. We go into our squats, 245. I know. I probably should be doing more, but I'm not trying to do like a 1 rep max right now. And slowly getting up there. More sets, a little less weight. I think I was at like 265 last week or something, so we'll get to 3 plates. It's a little bit of a longer journey, but we'll get there eventually. Deadlifts this week, I believe I did a little more. 4 sets of 5, 285. Sorry for the second angle, boys. I know it's No Nut November, but when a close friend asks for this, you give it to them. And yeah, I mean, there's not much I can say. A little bit of weight. Slowly getting back to 300. I want to get to 300 as soon as possible. Hopefully this week as I record for this week. But a 15-pound jump is kind of crazy, so we'll see how I feel when I get to deadlift day. And I post the video next week. But if you want to watch me deadlift 300 pounds, hopefully I get there soon. Please be sure to like, comment, and subscribe to watch that video. Anyways, leg presses, yes, I went up in weight, 4x12, 302.5. You might notice that I'm not really in the frame right now. And the explanation for that is because my phone, my S22 Ultra, which I usually film on, kind of conked out on me, so I had to find another phone. I brought my backup phone because it'd been happening to me all week, so I'd use that, but I can't really see it on my watch, so I had to work with what I had. Leg curls, somebody took the seated machine, so I had to go in the getting railed leg curl machine. I don't like this machine as much, but apparently it's better, but I don't really know if there's any merit to that claim. Now we go into our calf exercises. As I just do calf extensions because it's literally the machine that's closest to me, and I don't feel like walking across to the free weight section, so I just do this. And now we go into Thursday. Upper body hypertrophy day. You might have noticed a little bit of jittering between my Wii and the start of the set. It's because my phone, my S22 Ultra, was having problems filming again, and it literally just stopped. Like, I was almost at the bottom and it stopped filming, so I had to put two of them together, two separate videos together. That is why it jittered a little. After that, we go into our dumbbell flies, 4 sets of 12 at 35 pounds. These I don't feel I ever do right because I don't really... The machine makes it really easy, but free weights it's a lot different because you have to do like the squeezing yourself, and I'm not really, I don't want to say used to it yet, but it's not a workout that I do a lot. Like, I did it with 30, 35. I definitely was trying harder to squeeze, but I didn't feel I was doing it right. This set, I feel like I got the motion down pretty good, but we'll see how it looks with chest growth. After that, we go into our seated cable rows, and no, that is not a mistake. It is technically 79. It's because the machine has those little 1.5 things you put on top of the weight stack. So there you go. This I don't like as much. I like the machine more, but this cable machine was the next best thing. I wasn't gonna wait for someone, so I got it done. After that, we go into our one arm rows. While I do feel I can do 75, 70 is where my form is at right now, where I'm not like flopping around and arching my back and everything. So I just said I'll add some sets and some reps, and I'll go up the next week because 4x12 is usually the most I will ever do for one of these. So I said, okay, fine. I'll just do 4x12, 70, and next week I'll go to like 3x10, 75 for both arms. Progression and progress is never a bad thing, but we have to do it in a way where I don't injure myself and look like a fool. After that, we go into our dumbbell lateral raises, 4 sets of 12 at 20. The simple explanation for this was somebody took the 25s and I wasn't gonna wait, so 4x12 at 20, more sets and reps but less weight. Usual story at this point. And got it done. And then for incline bicep curls, 4 sets of 12, 30 pounds, pretty standard at this point. Just a little more weight and a little more reps. And sets, of course. So this one really hurt. Like, my biceps are actually kind of sore right now, and I finally figured out like the proper angle to do it, so I don't like stress out my biceps too much. And I actually see a little bit of growth, so I'm not going to complain. I'm doing this pretty good, and I'm doing it right. And I'm not hurting myself, besides muscle soreness. And of course, tricep extensions. While I can do like 80 pounds, my form suffers, and I start using more muscles than my triceps. So at 70 pounds, I could feel the isolation in my triceps a lot better. And of course, more sets and weights and reps, of course. As it says on the screen, you know what to do. But yeah, for this one, I feel better if I do less weight, so that was why I went a little less on tricep curls, excuse me. And now we go into Friday. You may notice that the sun's looking a little different outside. I decided to go early in the morning. Sorry for the voice change, I just drank some water. 4 sets of 10 at 145. It's not the craziest amount of weight. I don't like doing front squats, but I gotta get the quad growth in. But I've been going to the gym early mornings on Fridays because on Fridays I help out with Grandpa and Granny, and they gotta go to doctor's appointments and stuff. And I had to skip the gym one week, and I really hated that feeling. So I was like, you know what? Fridays I'll just go early in the morning. I don't have any conflict of interest and schedule with Grandma and Grandpa and other things, so I just go early in the morning now. Plus, it gives me more time to do my workout, and I can, I don't have to worry, I don't have to stress out about like the gym closing and whatnot. So this is a better solution for me. It does suck because I have class like the night before, but you gotta do what you gotta do to get the gains in the gym. Barbell lunges, 4x10, 135, nothing crazy. And then I decided to add hip thrusts just because I miss doing them. And because it's not November, and this is for the boys. 4x10 at 185, not the worst amount. I PR'd at like 225 a year ago before I stopped doing them. Like, I have the pad and everything, so it was just sitting there mocking me on my wall. So I said, bump it, I'm gonna do hip thrusts on Fridays because I want to do them. So I got the pad on there, 185. I mean, it's like 80% of 225, so I feel like the fact I could get it up was probably a pretty good thing, not the worst. And hip thrusts are back now, so watch if you want to subscribe if you want to see more hip thrust action. Yeah. Anyways, after that we go into our 4 sets of 12 of leg extensions at 130 pounds. I'm not sure if I should be doing more. I've read that if you want to do hypertrophy, you want to get like 70 to 80%, and at 160, 70 to 80% is about 130. So I feel I'm in the right place, but I'm not sure because the 160 I do, my back arches and I don't feel comfortable doing it. And plus I did lying leg curls this week at 115. So I don't know what the ratio is, but I got access to the machine early this morning, so I just did it on the seated one. If somebody could calculate the ratios for me, I would greatly appreciate that. After leg curls, we do our calf presses. And the reason I found out why this is such a specific one is because you need the 90-degree angle. So this is different from calf extensions because basically of the incline angle. But yes, I did 250 as it says on the screen. Nothing crazy. And after that, we go into our seated calf raises. It's a 65 in each hand. I'm not sure if I should say 65 or 130. But I figure 130 makes me look really strong, so I put 130. And yes, they don't have a seated calf raise machine at my gym, so I do the old make your own machine and put the plate on the floor. That's pretty much it for this week. If you like what you see, please be sure to like, comment, and subscribe. And I will see you guys next week for what I believe is week 9 of this workout. We're getting close to the end.